first guest tonight is a comedian, a writer, a director, and all of the above. Please put your hands together and welcome the very funny and creative Mr. Gary Eck. You have to be creative.
What can we do?
Welcome, Gaz.
Thanks, Daz. Good to be here.
How are the kids?
They're good, yeah.
Because you have two.
I have two, yeah.
Now, I know Dash, but what's your daughter's name?
Avelia.
Yeah.
So she's 3, and Dashiell's turned 6.
Dashiell.
Dashiell.
So that's a cool name, isn't it? Huh?
Mate, in fact, but where we go, the school, there's like 6 Dashiells now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really like, you go Dashiell and all these kids run up to you and hug, you know, so I'm taking the wrong child home and, you know.
Oh, sometimes that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, look, they're better behaved than my son, but
yeah,
yeah, no, it's good. My kids, I mean, anyone who's got kids, it's incredibly rewarding, but incredibly hard work.
And tiring.
And tiring and
frustrating.
And frustrating and weird. My son, it's weird. My son's just started calling me Gary.
Yeah.
Like he.
That's your name?
That's my name. I know, but I don't mind. But it's weird when you go to the park or something, and he's going Gary, and you're kind of getting angry at your son or something because you've got to go home. And all the other parents just think you're this evil stepdad. It's like, oh, that father, what a horrible father he is, you know, that poor child.
My daughter went through that phase for a while, though. She's calling me Darren.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Darren. I'll be like, yeah. And the same, it's like, yes. But I guess, I mean, that's what they see, isn't it? You don't call them daughter or son. Yeah,
true, but it's just a kind of, I don't know, it's a weird when my son starts going Gaz or something, it's going to be, you know, hey Gaz, what are you doing? You know, well, I think it's time for you to go to bed.
What's he been drinking?
But now he's flipped the other way, he's gone back to calling me Dad. So it was just this kind of weird phase that, and all the other parents just kept going, what does your son call you? You know, Gary, that's really strange.
Ah, that happens.
Yeah, but you know, a good whip and a closet, you know.
Oh, good, have you...
It seems to take care of it.
Yeah, have a chat to Cletus
Cletus.
Yeah.
He gave me some good advice.
Yeah,
and now my son wears that plastic moustache. So
that was real. Hey, now listen, since you won Tropfest, that's been a few years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, a few years, 2004.
Was it?
No.
That seems... And you come runner-up, what, the year before?
And
2
then
years before.
2 years before, yeah.
2 years before.
So
2004.
In fact, Gabby Milgate, who was on one of your shows earlier.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, how was LA when did you just get back?" So that was like 7 years ago.
Well, so you were in LA for that long? Because that was part of the prize, wasn't it? Of winning Tropfest, you get to go away and maybe get connections.
You go over and you meet all these people that really have no interest in you whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, they've heard that you've won something, but they don't know what Tropfest is. They don't. They know you've won something.
It's probably gotten bigger since you won it, do you think?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, it was just as big back then, if not the best year ever. The best films ever were that year.
Yeah. But did it give you a stepping stone then to do other things? Yeah,
it did. I mean, I sort of made that film, then I made a couple other little short films, and then George Miller, whose company, Kennedy Miller Mitchell.
I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, I think you've heard of them. George Miller kind of...
Yeah, these people haven't, look.
No, yeah.
What do they do? Does that have anything to do with Mel Gibson?
He kind of liked my short films, he liked what I did, and he sort of got me in. He said, look, would you be interested in working on Happy Feet 2?
Had you seen the first one?
Yeah, I had. Yeah. It was brilliant. I was sort of invited along to sort of initially co-write Happy Feet 2, and then as I started, I ended up coming on as one of the co-directors. So there were 2 co-directors, myself and David Pearce.
How do you direct a cartoon?
In the case of Happy Feet, it's kind of unique because they do motion capture as well. So a lot of all the dancing and a lot of the drama is actually dancers wearing these mocap suits with the little dots on, and their movement is actually digitally recorded. And you look on the screen, and what you see are penguins. So what you see out on the floor are people.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's incredible. It's really weird. And what you see is actually, these days, really good animation. Like the level is, you just get no facial animation.
Right.
So that performance is taken.
So watching a mime.
It's like watching a mime in a sense, but they do it to the voices, yeah. So they do it to the pre-recorded scratch track or the actual hero track that's been cut together.
And all of those big stars came out here, I think, and they had to record it here, or they recorded overseas and send their voices through the the lines now?
No, both. It was a bit of both. Some of it was recorded in LA, and then most of them sort of came out here, like Robin Williams and Hank Azaria. And
so did you have to tell Robin Williams what to do then? You go, listen, Robbie, Mork, whatever your name is.
Mork, yeah.
Yeah. Do the voice this way, do it that way? Or
Yeah, look, he's incredible. He's incredibly receptive. I mean, the room was very big. Like, we were all invited to sort of sit in the room. So, you know, you can you're allowed to sort of give your input. And he called Robin Williams always calls you boss. If you're like, yes, boss, what do you want? You know, and you'd say, oh, could you sort of say it like this? And he'd do everything but how you asked him to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible, but he'd go on this huge tangent. He'd just give you so much. It's like this. I kind of feel like he's almost got like Tourette's of comedy. It's like this. Yeah. No, it's this machine gun inside him that just sort of, you know, shoots out all these this material, and you know, not all of it you can use, but so much gold there that you end up, you know, I think at the end we ended up something like 70,000 lines of dialogue. Well, I'm trying
to picture it, how that would be.
It's a lot, yeah. So, but you know, that's why it took 4 years to make. But he came out here. Robin came out here, and he did a comedy gig that I was actually doing a show at the Sugar Mill at the time.
At the where?
At the Sugar Mill, which is now closed, unlike the Laugh Garage, which is still going strong. But yeah, I was doing a show at this other room, and I invited some of the other actors who were playing the Amigos, and they're kind of these Hispanic guys from LA, and they sort of came out, and they were, I said, look, do you want to just share my spot? And as it turned out, Robin Williams decided that he'd come down and just kind of watch in the audience, and it's amazing what Twitter does. Yeah. As soon as he'd walked in, you'd go on Twitter, and it's like, there's hundreds of tweets going, Robin Williams just walked into Sugar Mill, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So the room's suddenly packed, and there's this expectation, I think, that Robin Williams is going to get up. But anyway, a guy called Jeff Garcia is on stage, and Elijah Wood's also in the audience. And he's kind of making fun of Elijah, going, yeah, Elijah Wood, everybody. Elijah Wood, big round of applause for Elijah Wood. And everyone claps, and he goes, yeah, Elijah Wood, you know, he gets all the chicks. You know, he's just banging chicks all the time.
How old is Elijah Wood? He's like 10?
He's like 27 now.
Oh, is he young? Right.
Yeah.
I thought he was like still 10.
I know, there's that feeling, because he is kind of like a...
But just when you see people in films, you just go, no, you're always that age.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. Harry Potter kid, he's always Harry Potter. He could walk in here with a beer and I go, take that off, mate.
But it was really funny night, and then Jeff Garcia started making fun of him, saying, you know that ring? That's a cock ring. You know, he wears that. And then Elijah starts heckling, going, yeah, you know, when it heats up, you can see the markings. And then... And then Robin Williams is in the back of the audience, and he starts being Gollum, going, my precious, my precious. And he stands up, and the crowd just erupts because they see Robin Williams stand up, and Jeff Garcia goes, Robin Williams, ladies and gentlemen, and he gets up and he does like 35 minutes of stand-up comedy, and it was incredible. I've just
it's just a different vibe, I guess, people's expectations. But he's got to keep it then, doesn't he? You know, he can't not get on stage. You know, for the first 5 minutes, I think he even said it once. You know, you've got the audience going, oh, wow, there's Robin Williams, but you still have to be funny for another X amount of time. So
yeah, and you know, he'd just come off like an 80-city tour of LA.
Of America. Just come off heroin. Just come off cocaine. Just coming down, and he was.
Well, I think that as well. But yeah, no, he was on fire. He was really electric.
And here's something I only found out about you. You were born in Japan.
Hey, so
you're Japanese. You don't look Japanese.
No, wow, really?
No.
Yeah. It's incredible because even Japanese people can't tell the difference.
Can't pick it? Yeah.
What part of Tokyo are you from?
Is that Japanese? That's just an accent. That's not Japanese. That's just putting on an accent.
I'm just putting on an accent, yeah. But no, I was born there. I left when I was 3, so I kind of, you know, hardly was a master. Yeah. You know. Okay, so I didn't rise up the ranks of the Yakuza.
All right, so you're doing a black belt.
Imagine a 3-year-old as the lead of.
Hey man, you never know. You could be doing Kung Fu Panda 6 or something. Now, doing Happy Feet, did you have to learn about penguins?
Yeah, you did really. I mean, I watched so many documentaries.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
here we go.
I did have. But yeah, I got some questions about penguins.
Oh, okay,
I want to test you. I want to test you now to see if you did learn about penguins. Mm-hmm. Where does the name penguin come from?
It's from Latin, from Sounds gone on the microphone.
Welsh, correct. Welsh. That is right.
I mean, obviously we need to know where the name penguin comes
Well, I
from.
just thought I didn't know how much research you have to do to do penguins, that's all.
Yeah, that's good, I didn't even know that.
Because, well, Welsh term pen meaning head and gwyn meaning white.
Why did the Welsh come up with it? I mean, what were they doing?
I don't know, because, okay. Are penguins found in the southern or northern hemisphere?
Southern.
And where's Wales?
North.
I know, isn't that
Wait
weird?
a minute. In fact, there is a story, though. There was a penguin that some Argentinian fishermen found or something, and they were heading north, and they thought penguins came from the north, so they went all the way up to Alaska and dropped it off.
Oh, really?
To go, there you go, you know, we've done you a good, and the penguin's going, what? I'm like 40,000 miles away from where I live. You're not doing me a favor.
Okay, what is a group of penguins called? See, this show, again, educational. People, does anybody know this?
A huddle?
No.
A cluster?
No.
A bunch, a gaggle, heaps of penguins.
There, a colony or a rookery?
Oh, a colony. I should have known that, really.
And just an easy last one to finish with. How many penguins are in the world?
Well, last count, yeah, last time I was there, I think I got up to, I was probably 100 million-ish.
Yeah, 100 million, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Gary Eck for me. We'll be back after the break with Rebecca Di Benvenuto.